Hey everybody. I think towards the end of the week I will have um, all my papers that I ordered. Um, One of the packages has already got here. There was some butterfly stickers. Um, but I'm going to wait and show everything all together. So by Friday, Saturday, somewhere along in there. But while we're talking about things that have been going on, uh, remember I said I wanted to turn the one room into my studio? Well, I've got it about halfway cleared out and most of the stuff out of the room that needs to be out of the room. And I got the section of the room that is actually going to be my studio, except for having a work table set up, because we were having problems taking the legs off of my dining room table. We were going to move it in here because I have another table for gaming. And so what's going to end up is the dining room table is going to be repaired and put back in place in the dining room. And my table that I bought for gaming will be set up in here for a workspace. And then just, when we want to do gaming, I can, I can clear it off and move it in the other room. But here is all of my journaling stuff and my paints and brushes and my two easels, or two of the three. I've got another one that's a little small one. And so that's part of the studio. And then the table, it's this thing here. I've got to see if it will fit in this area when it's all unfolded. But that table will be set up there. And then right there is my crochet yarn. And this stuff here has to be kind of cleared out. And then this shelf here will be used to hold like my blank canvases and stuff that go with my painting. And then down below will be the bins that hold my Reborn Doll stuff for the stuff that has not been finished. And then I've got my books here. I've got to decide about the books. Somehow I've got to decide about the books. And up there is one of my Reborns that I made. I actually made that one for a cousin of mine who was wanting to buy it and then backed out of the contract. So Patty Marie got to stay with me. So, yeah. And that is what I've been up to in between migraines and the blanket that I'm working on. You want to see a little bit of work in progress, because I've only been able to work on it for a few minutes at a time because of how bad these headaches have been. The headaches have been so bad, I've just basically had to sleep most of the day to try to sleep it off. After taking pain medication, mind you, I put my wrap. I've got one of those migraine masks, and I put that on, get the place quiet and dark. And so this is how far I've gotten. And I actually managed to get like one stripe done at a time before my head starts trying to explode on me, because it gets to where my eyes blur up and the pain just gets absolutely unbearable. But my fibromyalgia shirt is here. My Monty Python Dust Bunny shirt is here. Okay. Monty Python, the Holy Grail, had a scene with a carnivorous bunny rabbit. And everybody was going, run away, run away. Well, the reason for that t-shirt is that because in Jane Ann Krentz's novels about harmony, dust bunnies are these wonderful little creatures. And remember, I made 2 life-size dust bunnies as sidekicks for me and Patrick in the campaign that I was running on Harmony. But there's a saying about them. By the time you see the teeth, it's too late. They have 2 sets of eyes. One set, that baby blues, that is, they're just being so cute, daylight eyes. And then they have a set of eyes that are amber colored, that are their hunting eyes. And when both sets of eyes are open, they're on alert, and they're either hunting or they're getting ready to attack. And they're only like 10 to 18 inches long, full grown. So they're a little bitty thing. But that little bitty thing can do a lot of damage because they got very sharp teeth, being omnivorous carnivores. They've got very sharp little claws, so they can kick with 6 claws and do a lot of damage. Yeah, they have 6 legs. And you don't see all of this mostly because they just look like this big pom-pom ball of, the color of dust bunnies that you sweep up when you sweep your floors and you got doggy hair and dust and stuff all gathered together. Well, that's what they call a dust bunny here on Earth. But dust bunnies in Harmony are actual living animals, and they're a type of a bunny rabbit. They look like a short-eared bunny rabbit, but they got 2 sets of eyes and 6 legs. So, anyway, so I got one that's just got the bunny running with his mouth all bloody, and above it says run away. And the one I got for Patrick, the bunny is sitting on top of a bunch of human skulls, and its mouth is all bloody, and it says run away. And so those are our dust bunny shirts. But they're Monty Python Holy Grail shirts, actually. We call them our dust bunny shirts because we got dust bunny sidekicks. And it's another stormy day. And I had a migraine for like 3 days straight before this happened. In the break between the rain. And I'm going to be glad when stormy season is over with so I don't have migraines all the time. And my hair has a mind of its own today, so please forgive the way it looks, because it's been brushed at least once. It's just the humidity causes it to frizz up, because it's naturally curly wavy, as you can tell. I don't curl it. Not very often anymore. And of course now it's just, it's still short. It's growing out from chemo. Because I lost all my hair to the chemo. And when it came back in a different texture. It's baby fine when it used to be coarse. I don't know how to deal with baby fine hair. And it used to be a whole lot thicker. So it hasn't all come back in yet. I'm not sure that it will. And eventually I'm going to get around to getting some brown dye and try to get rid of some of this gray. I refuse to age gracefully. I'm going to stay as young as I can, as long as I can, And screw the wrinkles and screw the fact that I'm 72 years old going on whatever. I'm just going to stay young. But yeah, I've got everything is nice and organized now. It's not in 15 different places because my landlord had come in and said, well, I'm going to take a spray painter and spray all your ceilings, paint your ceilings and your walls and stuff, and you're going to have to move everything out of here. And then 2 days later, he's promptly forgot about he's going to do this, and because he's got now he's 79, and he gets forgetful. And he's got 40 properties that he has to keep track of all the time. And we just really don't get on top of his list unless something really emergency happens. And when my hot water heater decided that it was going to be leaking all over the floor, then that was an emergency, and we promptly got a new hot water heater in when it was 2 days later, we had a completely new hot water heater in because he had to go buy one. And we're still waiting on the windows, and the only reason the windows haven't been done is because of the weather. And as soon as the stormy weather is over with, I fully am going to bitch him out and have all the windows done because it's time to put me as a priority. It took forever to get the backyard fenced in so I could have the dogs outside playing instead of having to haul them outside to go on walks every 2 hours on a leash. And he had been promising to do that for me when Mischief was alive, my little dachshund. And he didn't get that done until after we got Roxy. And he realized that Roxy needed to be outside most of the time. But we got it done finally. Got the garage door to where we can get in there and put stuff in the garage. Just use it as our storage unit. Everything's taken care of. But that's what's going on in my life right now. And I will be posting again real quick as soon as everything gets here. So be looking for Friday, Saturday, maybe Monday of next week, because it's all supposed to get here before the 17th. So probably by Monday of next week, I will be doing a haul of my journaling stuff. It's not a big haul. It's just some 12 by 12s and some 6 by 6s and the butterfly stickers. But yeah, so we'll see you then. Love you guys.